Hey there folks, Caleb Downing, and today we're gonna go over this large range bag from the folks at Gritr. I hope I'm saying that right. G-R-I-T-R, Gritr. Let's get into it. All right, this is a large bag. I've had this for a little while, and actually it's been extremely useful, all right? So when you get the bag itself, obviously, and you get an actual internal bag, which I didn't even know about this. So you kind of get two bags in one. We're gonna set this little guy aside for just a second, and let's start focusing on this bag. Now, obviously, we've got a bunch of stuff on the table here. This looks like a mess, but we're gonna clean it up in this minute. I'm gonna kind of show you, how we can pack everything away in here. But inside your bag, you have a large main cavity, and actually, inside this bag, it is Velcroed in a cleaning mat, kind of like a hard cleaning mat. You can use for cleaning, or if you're at the range, right, you can lay out all your stuff on here so everything's organized. It's not rolling all over the place. It's actually pretty genius that this Velcros with these little Velcro panels here on the side, Velcros into the bag. Now, if you didn't want to use that, you don't have to use it. That'd be perfectly fine, and your bag would be a lot more collapsible, right? That adds some rigidity to the sides. On the inside of the bag, there are no extra little cubbies, little pockets or anything, which is fine for me. That's perfectly fine because we have plenty of spaces on the outside of the bag to store extra little things. This is a large, like a dump bag, right? You can put a bunch of big stuff in here, especially if you're using that hard shell, right, to kind of hold the form. You could put a lot of stuff in here and keep it nice and organized. So that's the large main cavity. We'll close that guy up real quick. And to actually close it up, you kind of have this large pull tab that zippers from both sides, so you can zip the whole thing shut and keep everything out of there, right? Let's talk about the outside compartments that we got. Outside compartments on the side, on one side, zip these. It's nice that they zip and fold all the way open so you can actually see everything that's in here. You got all these elastic bands, so you could use these to stick your magazines. Also on the main flap right here, you have zippered compartments that are mesh, right? So you can zipper them open, store little things in there, whatever that might be. Zipper it shut so they don't fall out, but you can look in it and actually see what's in there. So that's actually super nice and handy. That's just one side. On the opposite side of the bag here, we open this guy up. He has, on the flap again, he has that mesh compartment. This guy is not segregated into two compartments. This is one large compartment, so you can put stuff in there. You also have these closed flap pouches. You also have another compartment right here. Those are your two big flaps on the sides. On the ends, these guys don't fold open as much, but these are like your standard duffel bag style compartments, basically. There's no frills in here, really. This would just be a nice spot, in my opinion, to keep stuff like your Ear Pro and your Eye Pro, because you don't need a whole lot of compartments for that, but you do need a medium-sized compartment for that, right? Because these take up space, right? You get your Eye Pro, Ear Pro, it takes up space, but that's only 2 items, so you don't need a bunch of zippered compartments on the inside. On this side over here, same exact thing going on, where you have a large compartment. We could easily put stuff like our rangefinder in there, right? Maybe our gloves, some outside equipment that you could easily get access to if you need it, but again, you don't need micro storage compartments for that, all right? So on the side here, we have batteries. Batteries are something I go through all the time, whether it be for your rangefinder, it could be for whatever your stuff, your optics, and talking about optics and lasers and lights, all that stuff, they all use batteries, and a lot of them use different ones. So being able to look in your compartment and see which batteries you have, that's super nice and handy. Also staples. This is another good area to have in the mesh compartment, so you can see exactly what staples you got, for your targets and pasting up stuff, or stickies, pasties, right, for your targets, and that's nice to have. Also, let's go ahead and stick some knives. We got a knife, like a range knife that we might have. We got a flag, right, a chamber flag. Put that guy in there. Let's go ahead and let's put some magazines in it. Why not? Just because why not? Just to show that we can. We got some magazines. Stick those guys down in there. So again, we keep everything compartmentalized, everything nice and secure. We can zip this guy up. On the other side here, we have a tool, right? So like an armor's-ish kind of tool, it has a lot of your major components of it. We'll stick that. That'll fit right down there, nice and neat. We'll take some of these magazines we were talking about, stick those down in here. You can actually fit 2 AR magazines in these little pouches. We'll stick 2 in that one, stick 1 in this guy, and we'll take this 22 conversion, this CMMG 22 AR conversion. We'll stick that in that mesh pouch so we know exactly where that guy's at. Again, take that guy, zip him up. It'll be a little bit snug with those magazines, but it is doable. It's snug, but it's doable. There you go. See, it's snug, but it's doable, all right? On the inside, let's bust this guy back open. And I do like to utilize this. This is actually super nice to have. It keeps the bag a little bit more rigid. It seems like it almost gives you more room because the bag is not gonna try to collapse on itself so much. So we can easily stick it inside. And hopefully you can see, you have that inside portion right here, which is the loop, right? So these are the loops. The hooks are on, the hook side of the Velcro is on the little hard piece, right? The shell holder, however you want to call it. So that makes this guy stay open and nice and easy to put whatever kind of stuff you want to put in there. We have enough room in here that we can put this whole extra other bag. So this is where this gets kind of cool. This is where this gets pretty neat. Let's get this main bag out of the way. This bag, again, doesn't have any big major compartments. It's a big open container. You do, however, have these extra little panels on the side. They're almost hidden in a way. This would be a great little area to keep any kind of paperwork you might need. Maybe at the range you have to have, you know, membership paperwork or something, or even your targets, you could keep that stuff in here. But also what's super nice is you could easily use this compartment to keep some of your ammo, maybe some lubrication, some gun cleaning stuff, maybe an extra set of eye pro or ear pro, just whatever it might be. We got some extra tools, and in this, again, this is a smaller bag, so it's a lot easier to keep track of your stuff in this bag versus just in a big open mess of a. We got our tape measure, you know, measure your distances and stuff, an optic, you know, that maybe we're gonna test out and use. And so this could be your smaller range bag that contains just the stuff you're gonna be using, the consumables, the ammunition, right? Again, maybe your stickies and your pasties. You could even keep your firearms in here. That would be a completely acceptable way to carry and transport your firearms, right? So you got your firearm. You could even take the firearm, stick that down on the inside of this zippered side, because these are, it kind of has like a microfiber cloth on the outside, so you could easily take your firearm, stick it down in there. It's out of sight, out of mind to anybody that may peep their little eyes into your bag while you're, you know, up pasting targets or something. It keeps it out of sight, out of mind, but it's nice and secure and it's safe. And you can keep two of them in there. So let's grab another one. Let's grab our 45 here. Stick that guy in there. Full size, 1911, with a light and an optic. They secure nice and easy on the inside. So again, you can take your whole bag, whole range bag, your smaller range bag. It all goes in there nice and neatly. Zippers up, closes up. It's got Velcro to keep everything nice and secure. That is nice. That's a full-size range bag that has room for all your necessities, plus a little extra if you need a little extra. I've honestly been using this thing and I really like it. This has been a very big help at the range, keep this stuff organized. Also, what I'll do a lot of times is I will utilize this bag. I'll take everything out of here. I'll take this whole bag out, this internal bag, and I will fill the inside, this part, with just my pistols, right? Because the pistols will lay very easily side by side. We got a revolver. We can take that guy, stick him down there. Let's grab a Beretta, stick that guy on the other side. Let's grab a Glock. And as you can see, we can stagger those side by side and basically stagger them all the way up. And you can keep like a dozen handguns in here, easy. And I'll do that if I'm transporting a bunch of stuff to the range, if I got a bunch of shooting I gotta do, different optics and stuff, just whatever it might be. This easily holds a dozen or so pistols. And even stuff like this, if you got little PCCs or stuff, this is a little SBR that I have, a 22 Magnum. This guy easily fits on the inside. It's almost perfect to where it will fit right down inside long ways, and that's an easy way to transport that guy as well. All right, guys, so there you go. That is the range bag. I hope I'm gonna say it right. Gritr, G-R-I-T-R. Super cool bag. I've been using it. I really find it helpful. You might want to check it out.